What's going on, everybody? It is me again. It is time to lean in, bitch. Welcome to the lean, or welcome back if you're returning. I'm here with Chase and Jamie here too, child. And we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Before we say anything, Danny has not been fired. Danny is still a part of the lean, but Danny is on a work trip and he's not available at this time in which we're filming. But he'll be back next week. He told me to let y'all know that he still got his peach. And just be ready for his return. Jamie's here too, but Jamie got an Android. I wasn't gonna tell him about it. He switched to Android, and for some reason he cannot get on the show. And you know, here at the lean, we do not hold up the show for technical difficulties or low budgetness. So hopefully he's able to join. Well, let's see. We go one more time. Oh,
is he here?
Not working. Nonetheless, before we get started, too. Also, yesterday, Isabel, I saw that you gave a super chat. About, I think it was missed because the show was ending. But thank you, thank you for that shout out yesterday and that super chat yesterday as well.
No. She gave Isabel gave a $9.99. I thought we put it on the boarding. I don't know. That show moves so fast.
It do. I don't know.
Sorry, but Isabel, thank you. We greatly appreciate it, honestly.
Okay. But yes, thank you, Isabel. And I ain't forgot what I told you in the DM too, Dim. I got you, girl. All right, y'all. Let's talk about the show. We got 35 people in here right now. I'm sure it'll grow. The episode started off kind of slow, but then it got a little interesting. Gave me a lot of talking points. I feel like we can talk about it. And I see y'all in the chat ready. Chase, they calling you. They said they're ready for you to roast Rinna. And they said that they know you mad at Lil Sut. Anthony says, Chase, I know you mad at Lil Sut. Ain't no way I would have showed up after Rinna said she likes torture me. True.
Yeah.
True. We're gonna talk about Rinna. I ain't gonna lie. She did make me laugh at one point. You know, I guess I'm just not. I don't have a bias bone in my body on this show for this show anyway, because I feel like if something's funny, I'm gonna laugh, and that's just
okay.
The nature of anything. But let's get started. Of course, if you're watching right now, go ahead and hit that like button. As Indigo is telling y'all, Sasuke always says it. I say it. Chase says it. Hit that like button and like this video and many of our other videos. We're doing Beverly Hills on Wednesdays, Marriage to Medicine on Tuesdays. It is hilarious. They be cutting up. You may like the panel. You may not. No, you don't like the panel. You may not like what they say sometimes, but they are a key. They are a key. And of course, Jamie, you working now?
My God. You
switched to Android in the middle of a damn season.
Look, I got bored. It was showing my headset was connected to my phone. I couldn't hear nothing. Kept trying to connect to my computer, so I'm just on the computer. Fuck it.
They were trying to connect his Bluetooth, the little one with the little blue and it's in the ear.
The one that it snaps onto my belt.
Yeah, he was trying to, but he got it now.
That's what I did.
I'm supposed to Android because I can.
My God.
The one that truck drivers use.
I'm glad you was able to join us, Jamie. We were just talking about
me.
No, not you. No, not you. This, you know, everyone else in the chat.
Oh my God, he is crazy.
I missed y'all.
Yes,
you know what?
Are hilarious.
There's been a void in my life. I miss you too.
Nothing's been a void.
Jamie says Jamie got an Android. He left our group chat, and so we don't get 50,000.
No. Calm down. I didn't leave the group chat. Y'all kicked me out of the group chat.
We don't. We didn't want to have green bubbles. I'm sorry.
Now,
I didn't have
Cortez, I have a text message from you from 30 minutes ago that said the lean was an iOS only organization and that you would be announcing my firing live on air.
I didn't say that. Our social media manager said that. It was not me.
Follow me at the. I will be exposing.
All right, y'all. Again, like the video. Let's talk about this episode. We got lots to talk about. We've had a good time here over the last 2 episodes here for Beverly Hills, despite the episodes being boring. But I want to make sure. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we get in just some stuff. So, we get a scene with Sutton and her kids, and I don't think I've ever seen Sutton and her damn kids before.
Just the daughter, I think.
Huh?
The daughter was on last season for like that one episode.
She was, and so I thought that was a nice scene. Did y'all want to talk about anything from there, other than what shit she was making?
They like their breath stank.
God damn it, Chase. I like the fact that Sutton said, like, oh, you don't want to go to college? Bet. I'm going to send you somewhere and you're going to work. And then you're going to come back and see if you want to go to college. So she's got all that money, but she's not spoiling them. So good.
She tried it. That's what.
They don't dress like they got money. So good for them.
Oh,
Well, most people who dress, who have,
candy.
you know what they say, whatever. But as far as I'm concerned, if my mother came into that type of wealth, or whatever it is, however they accumulated the wealth, you got me fucked up. I'm not.
Okay.
Kyra
Kyra weren't allowed on when they were underage. That, you know what? Coming from Kyra, I know that got to be 100% true.
Kyra said what?
Well, that's why she wasn't on her first season. She didn't have a diamond because her husband wouldn't let her fill with the kids.
Last season, they had no choice but to give it to sis.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about the next scene. Dorit and Garcelle meet up. Are we here for Dorit and Garcelle's newfound somewhat relationship, especially after what they went through last season?
No.
Is it a coincidence?
Oh, okay.
This whole episode was just a coincidence that everybody all of a sudden was trying to make amends with Garcelle and Sutton, and everybody was trying to push this friendship.
So why are you not here for this Dorit and Garcelle relationship now?
I'm still on the fence because with Dorit, I don't think anything is genuine. She has tried so many storylines to try to save herself this year, and ain't none of them stuck. So I think she sees that the people like Garcelle and Sutton, and that's her in. Because even like her joking and stuff, like Chase, didn't it seem like super disingenuous when she was like, like,
yeah, like, no, bro. There's no chemistry there.
That wasn't funny.
No, I agree. There definitely wasn't any chemistry. It just
felt
very convenient. If anything, I felt like Garcelle was helping to read out.
Honestly, Garcelle is one of those type of people that she's not giving it up if she don't really genuinely like you. And so she just, I don't think it's there. And as far as I'm concerned, Dorit, you've given us many a great scene over the years, but at this point, it's carcass out. Like, it's time for you to go.
She's tired. She needs to be on pause for a little bit.
It's time.
She's at this point, Garcelle is the girl to film with because everybody is getting individual scenes with her. Whether it's like planned or like, let me talk to you on the side. It seems to be like everybody. I think like Callie says, the Fox Force fakes are trying to make Garcelle a part of the group to ice Sutton out.
Yep.
It looks that way. They are really trying their best to get Sutton out of probably the whole damn show if they could. I mean, I don't think it's gonna work like that because
that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. We touched on that last week.
You would think that the thing is, you would think that Sutton is really out here just
running the streets.
She must be girls getting under their skin, like she must be, because they're trying really hard. Really, really hard.
But that's how they do. Anybody who disturbs their truth and is a truth teller, they want them out. Camille, they want them out. You know what I mean? So that's what they do. But girls like Camille and Sutton make for a great show because you can't have 8 cast members on one side getting along. We tried that with Married to Medicine LA, and where is that? Nobody wants to see 8 girls getting along. We need 2 teams, and we need some sides, and we need some standing on some feelings. And so, for someone to have an opposing point of view, even though it is at your expense, you also understand that you're making a great show. The reason why people love Wednesday Night Live is because we are all 4 people, and we all have our own point of view. And if we all got along and all agreed all of the time, nobody would watch. So
it wouldn't even be a good show. It would be like, that's child. No, it wouldn't even be something to watch.
We'd have more people in the comments dragging Kenya, trying to fight us in the comments.
I haven't seen Angel since last Wednesday, and I pray, Angel, if you're here, we welcome you with peace. But if you start that bullshit again,
is Angel unblocked?
Oh, she is blocked.
You blocked her.
I do. I forgot. I'm sorry. Never mind. We won't see that she's blocked. That's crazy. I didn't block somebody.
That's crazy.
Kenya.
That's just
Look
crazy.
at the growth in me. I didn't block somebody over Kenya. What in the world is going on?
Welcome. If you guys know how many years in the making this has been for me.
What in the multiverse?
Okay, Chase, no. Me and Chase used to have 1 versus 1s on Facebook, child, about this lady. Look at that.
Me and you used to have one-on-ones in the living room.
That too.
Going back and forth about daggone Phaedra and Kenya back in the day.
Back
When
in
the
the
stores
day.
was good.
Very
That was
much
when the
so.
stores was good though.
Okay. So then, with this scene that no one seems to feel is genuine between Dorit and Garcelle, they talk. Dorit is still talking about this PK almost DUI thing. Garcelle says the child they drove him home. If he was black, he wouldn't have been able to do. She made a joke and said, "Well, what is stopping? Get lobster? I mean, get steak too." I was like, okay, Garcelle.
Burger King.
Which we've all felt that way, even in current times where people have done stuff like that, like the guy that shot up the whole thing, the church or the school, and then they
Took
took
him
the
to Burger
King.
King.
Correct. So not strange at all. But then Garcelle brings up about her book that she is working on, and she talks about posing for Playboy. I don't think I knew that. And she also talks about the Bill Cosby situation. Apparently, she is one of the Me Too young ladies. But I haven't. Is the book out yet? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It is.
It got released like 2 months ago. Wow.
Okay. Well,
way to do your homework, production.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I would be curious to read that and hear like her involvement.
Well, you know where you can find a copy, Cortez?
Where?
In the trash.
In Erica's trash.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Girl, I would never step foot in that nasty trash, that house.
That trash. I wish we could pull up a picture of what.
You know what that's gonna be in that trash? It's gonna be pills. It's gonna be cheap Moscato bottles. It's gonna be
used condoms,
hair extensions.
Oh, ratty hair extensions.
Let's just. Well, I'll wait till you get back to that, child. Anyway, also Garcelle brings up her conversation with Erika, and she talks about how Erika warned her to, said that Sutton is a liability. That's the word for this episode. It's liability.
Liability.
Every episode has a word. And clearly, it was dark and it was other things, but they talk about that, and they kind of talk about Erika's drinking situation. I guess Dorit is trying. It looks like the Fox 454, whatever they are, had a meeting. It was like, let's all try to come around and try to be more. Let's hold her accountable more. We had Rinna being fake last week. And then this week we got Dorit trying to be a friend or whatever. Maybe Kyle will be next episode. So we'll see. I don't know. But
I didn't miss her at all this episode.
Kyle is out.
She wasn't there.
How did you feel about that? How you feel about having Kyle?
The Kyle takedown continues. I love it.
I didn't
realize I didn't miss her. I didn't miss her at all.
Whoa!
I didn't miss her either. I love when people miss an episode because it shows who is missing, who's not. And Kyle and Rinna and Dorit are those people that I don't look for when they're not there. That's
at all. I don't look for them when they are there.
Dear God, please let this be a sign, Lord. Dear Lord.
We're getting ready for Rinna's wine tasting event. She's creating a wine situation. So let's move to the scene between Rinna and Sutton. So Rinna and Sutton meet. They have a little conversation. Rinna is talking about Rinna Rosé, Rinna Chardonnay. Very creative. Okay, whatever. And the whole conversation, personally, I didn't really like it because I was trying to understand why at this moment Lil Sut was like kind of kissing up to Rinna, kind of showing her, trying to explain how much she likes Rinna and things like that. And I just kind of found it to be kind of fake, but Sutton just moves so weird sometimes. She just frustrates me a lot. And so, in the conversation, they kind of talk about where things went left. They talk about where Sutton went on What's Happening Live. She talked about the comment that she made in regards to the charity and the tickets for the table. And we all know why she did that, right? We know she did it in defense to Garcelle. And so we will come back to that too. But in this particular scene, Rinna just basically says that she knows that Sutton is sorry and she wants to move on. Like she's going to have to move on. And she admits that she enjoys and likes picking at Sutton. So after hearing that, I know we talked about it in our group chat, like what were y'all thoughts? Because personally, it's just kind of like, who just sits there and admits they're like a mean girl? You know what I'm saying? Who just does that? I don't know. But Chase, go ahead.
At this point, ain't no big Sut, ain't no little Sut. I don't really give a damn no more. She is a limp noodle. Like she's a limp noodle. Like there's something that is not there. Honestly, it's gonna be really mean what I'm gonna say. But I can see why that man divorced her because the lights are on, but nobody's home. This lady is in your face. In your face. being shitty to you.
But you don't think that she like knew what was happening? Because like her face the whole time, like she
It doesn't matter if you know
knows
what's
Lisa
happening.
Rinna enough.
It
Everybody knows what Lisa Rinna is up.
It doesn't matter.
You wanted to cuss that lady out of them people's restaurants so bad.
No, I don't want her to act a fool. I don't want her to act a fool, but I want her to stand up for herself.
I don't want her there. No, she did.
She did later on in the episode because she knew that she knows what Rinna does.
Well, we talking about this episode. We talking about this.
But no,
you know what?
She knows what Rinna does, and it's flip flop. Just like she said later on, I was waiting for you. I knew the minute you had an audience, this is what's going to happen. She knows they're going to roll them tapes back. They know that Lisa Rinna is going to look once again like a fraudulent ass bitch. So all she's got to do is
this is not the same energy, Jamie, that we got at the beginning of the season. I'm sorry. In order for you to stand firm with ladies like Lisa Rinna, you can never have a passive moment. You can never let a bitch like that run over you because they're going to run over you, then run back up over you, and then run over you again.
And Sutton came out looking like the hero. Sutton didn't look like a fool in the end. Rinna looked like a fool.
Crazy Beautiful Lynn, I agree. Sutton's people pleasing ways are starting to annoy me, and I'm a Sutton fan. Honestly, this how I feel. Like I'm tired of like, girl, you can't be that goddamn nice, oblivious, and just stupid. I'm sorry. Like I don't think she got to be like. It's not always about being aggressive and things like that, and kind of snapping back, but she's inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And I really wish that she would be consistent. I talked about this last season, how she sat there and said that, you know, she didn't want to be around Erika. And of course she had to fan with her, but she's slowly tried to be around her, tried to befriend her. She did it again this season. Like she's very inconsistent with her way. I don't know what Sutton did. This, like he said, it ain't Big Sutton, ain't Little Sutton. It's just Sutton Strap from Beverly Hills.
How many times do people have to shit on you before you finally wipe
exactly. Like, girl.
Like, I mean.
I don't know. But in this moment, Jamie, did you have any thoughts on when she said that she was torturing her? And they showed the scene of her talking to Kathy and who was that other person?
Everybody. Diana, Kathy. I mean, Sutton did tell her, she goes, you're a bitch. You're a pain in the ass. Like, you're a raging bitch sometimes. And Lisa Rinna was fake laughing with it and all that stuff. But Sutton told her. Like, she did that whole little nasty nice kind of thing like the Georgia Peaches do. But Sutton wasn't sitting there just taking it and fawning over every word. Like, she was laughing. She was rolling her eyes. She was like, yeah, I know. You've been a bitch. Like, okay. Yeah, would I have liked her to have been like, okay, well, I'm not going to play this game anymore. I would have liked her probably to nip it in the bud a little bit sooner, but like we know that Sutton, whenever it's possible, she will not pick a fight unless it's absolutely necessary. Like at this point, she's just
necessary.
That's not true. I'm sorry, no.
But it's necessary at this point as well.
Because she sat up there, whether it was drinks or not, she sat up there and she picked that little moment with Diana about that whole.
Well, that was for Garcelle. She was backing up Garcelle.
But that wasn't. I feel like even then it wasn't needed. I enjoyed it for entertainment purposes, but it wasn't needed. Yeah. So if you have courage to call somebody out about, well, why the hell you here? You know what I'm saying? Then you have the courage to stand up for yourself when somebody is literally coming at you. I'm just saying, like she be all over the place. I don't know.
Maybe she thinks that this is her role, you know, but your role, your self-induced role is to be the punching bag for the fucking show.
Well,
you got
she is insecure. You guys have stated this on multiple episodes. She's an insecure lady. She's a people pleaser. But the thing, and Lisa Rinna or Erika made a good point later on. She was like, all these fights that you have picked have been because you're backing up your friend Garcelle. And this is when you get disrespectful. So maybe she has no problem going to bat and tearing down people who come for her friends, but maybe she has difficulty sticking up for herself that way. Because she was crying whenever Erika attacked her last year over her own opinion, but she's stood her ground when it comes to defending Garcelle this season. And at this point, she wasn't defending Garcelle. She was just like, okay, well, whatever, Lisa.
Let me ask Chase this. Chase, how you feel about Cassie?
Oh,
okay, I'm sorry.
Sheree.
How you feel about Sheree coming off? She said she's coming off funny to me. Do you feel like she's code switching or something?
Her statements and her positioning amongst the group is on the like when it happens as we watch it, it is baffling, it is concerning, it is alarming, because you know you were brought in to do a job and you're not necessarily
I think
doing
you
the
know what?
job.
We shouldn't have assumed that job for her because
Well, no, wait, hold on, wait. That's what I'm saying.
okay.
So, you were brought in to do something, but I am also extending grace because if you're going to organically be a part of the show, that means that you have to have organic reactions. I'm not just going to come in and be mad at Jamie because I'm Cortez's friend. I don't try Cortez or we right here. Don't do that. You get what I'm saying? But,
Yeah.
Jamie has done nothing to me. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I kind of am in the middle, but until she actually has a situation that actually involves her, she's getting to know people as most people who are introduced to new friend groups do,
Yeah.
regardless of the dynamic.
And she does get into it with people as the season progresses. We saw the blog leaks and stuff. She does have little tips, but I think coming from a viewer who has seen what these ladies have done to Garcelle and Sutton, the way that they have moved, we would like to think that Sheree would have done her homework and come on and been like, yeah, this is it. This is what we're not going to do with my friend. And she is being congenial right now. She is coming in, giving everybody a clean slate. What I don't like is even after all of this, she's still going back saying like she likes Diana and she likes Erika. And she said that multiple times in an Instagram post that she's close to them. I like that she came after Kyle in a recent Instagram post. So it's not
Nobody
all
likes
hope
Kyle.
lost. It's like, it's not all hope lost. But it is
These other hoes can be racist.
Yeah.
And I think this is
like,
also the downside of watching a show like Beverly Hills. Like us as viewers immediately want new cast members to pick sides, and it's a team and it's fantasy fucking football and we're ready to keep score. And real life for mature adults doesn't go that way in real relationships and stuff, or it shouldn't. So like,
I'll say this though, I know that people found her to be boring. It is interesting that we're coming to that conclusion so quickly when she's a friend of the show that entered mid-season, when we have other people on this show who could go first. Diana can go. Crystal,
I don't
can
want
go.
Sheree to go.
Can
I
go.
don't mind her placing. I do.
Right.
I do. You know what I'm saying? Her placing, to me personally, I feel like she tries to be a voice of reason to everybody. Like she wants to, like in after every argument, you ever notice she talks to the other person. It's like, you're not a bitch. It's okay to be a bitch. Like she kind of be trying to do all this.
Do you think
therapy shit? I don't know.
Do you think after she gives them that therapy after their fights, that she also drops her Cash App to them?
Oh, like she be doing on Instagram,
selling
juices and creams.
I'm about to start selling flat tummy tea anyway. So
that you made a good point, Cortez. That is weird because one, if you don't know these ladies enough to go to bat over some shit that they did to one of your best friends, how are you gonna have enough familiarity with them to now be a therapist to them and try to smooth things over? Like if you're not gonna comment on one thing, you probably shouldn't comment on everything. It's just very weird. You don't know none of these bitches. Like you just met them yesterday at filming, and now you're like coming in trying to smooth things over.
And also, the one time that they clearly came for Garcelle, she had her back.
She did.
With
Kyle?
Shut the fuck up thing. And with Erika to set the bitch straight. And then in the moment with Kyle, she shut her down. So I mean, although I don't like who she's trying to be cool with, I can't fault her. Hey,
I think it's what's happening in real time, like the current time of posts and stuff like that. I'm curious to know. Do you think she'll be invited to the reunion?
I would think so. I don't know.
That stage gonna be full, and between COVID and monkeypox, baby, this is too much.
Well, I mean, it's really going to be telling. Has she been on Watch What Happens Live yet?
No.
Every friend that has been on Watch What Happens Live makes an appearance on. Well, no, never mind. Tracy was on Watch What Happens Live. She was at the reunion. They just cut her out.
Tracy was on Watch What Happens Live?
Yeah, Tracy was on Watch What Happens Live once.
Did she do good?
I didn't watch it.
Okay. Let's move on.
Well, I was going to say what gave me the inkling that she may not be at the reunion was I didn't see her at the on the BravoCon roster. So.
Well, but the roster was only like 3 of them or 4, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just was like, well, maybe she won't be there.
Well, maybe she'll be at Lean Con. I don't know.
Right across the street, honey. Come on down.
At the Motel 6, right across the street, room 3203.
Come
on.
All right, so let's talk about the last scene. I broke it up into different areas or whatever, but the wine tasting event. So Rinna has Rinna Rosé, Rinna Chardonnay, very creative names again.
Girl, she's so late.
And Harry's there. Erica asks her to rate her blowjob skills with Harry. Disgusting, but whatever. Erica is just very repulsive these days. She just say whatever she want to say.
When she give teeth. Oh yeah, that scene with her social media manager and shit talking about I had to tell somebody thank you for the good dick and it was the wrong man.
So I want to say this. Erica is not getting the sex that she says she is. She is a lot. Nobody is doing that to her. Nobody. Okay? She is not. You don't think so? The reason why I say that is because every time they film, she's talking about how she just got some last night. Baby, you ain't getting like that every time last night. Nobody's doing it.
She's saying she got some recently, and then in another conversation, she's like, God, I need some dick. I was like, but bitch, the last
she's like, no, but girl, listen.
So everybody got their friend.
Now. Hold on, wait now.
Go ahead.
She was married to an old geezer.
Now, I'm not saying she don't want it, but she ain't getting it like that. Everybody got that one friend to be like, oh, I talked to him too. That's Erica. Erica is very much so in the moment of conversation. Oh, I had sex last night. He did me. Girl, nobody doing that to you. Okay? Stop.
She reminds me of the girl, the hot girl in high school who always talked about how big of a slut she was, and come to find out she's a virgin and she's scared and she just wants everybody to think she's a slut because she wants to be popular. That's Erica.
Not Lynn from Girlfriends. She's Lynn.
She's Lynn from Girlfriends.
If she is good, then maybe Diana got her
music career.
Well, and the thing is, like, we've seen this woman come back from like a Starbucks. We've seen this lady getting served with papers. We saw her being leaked to Army Hammer. If this lady was getting her back blown out, there would be something like, oh, she's linked to a mystery man. Unless that man's going over to her house at 12 o'clock a.m. or something, or her little apartment, her little 1.5 bedroom casita. Like we would know. She would be linked to somebody other than Army.
This is my point. The fact that she's constantly talking about it, and some conversations don't even warrant it. It's like she's waiting for a moment to insert that it's happening. Baby, it's not happening. Okay?
She wants to be Samantha Jones. Like, baby, we're talking about the eggs Benedict.
Girl, let me tell you about the dick I had last night.
Right, girl. No, we don't want to hear about it, please. Not Big Papa. Okay, so like I said, Kyle is not there. Kyle has COVID. Erica brings up Crystal and her eating disorder, and
randomly,
it looked like she kind of caught herself on how she was saying it, because at first she was trying to make it seem like Crystal was just like making it up. The way her tone at first kind of switched, because she noticed that everybody's eyes was looking at her weird. But she talks about her eating disorder, and Dorit shares that Crystal has shared that she vomits every day, and so
wow.
They kind of question why she doesn't get any help. And the only person, so crazy, the one person that actually said something to kind of stop the conversation, kind of try to defend her, is the person that said something so dark last season, Miss Sutton.
The person that got attacked, the person that was called such a bad person, that's the one that goes to bat for you. These 4 ladies that you wanted to be such good friends with.
Right. So what were y'all thoughts on that? Like, for one, them bringing it up, Dorit sharing that, I thought that was something maybe she shouldn't have shared, regardless. And then them questioning why has she? Because Rinna went on a tangent. Rinna knows abuse. She knows that lifestyle from her kids, right? So, but she basically is saying well, if she got a problem, why she ain't get no help? Why she ain't got no help? I mean, that's essentially what she was saying. So, but Sutton defends her. Jamie?
That's my girl. I'm going to stick beside her.
Who?
You think
Sutton.
Who?
Sutton. I just like that Crystal wasn't even in the entire episode, and the only time she's brought up is when her friends are dragging her through the mud. Get the fuck again.
Crystal wasn't there either this week?
Crystal wasn't there at all, not even a flashback. Wow. At least Kyle was on Lisa Rinna's phone saying, oh, I'm getting over COVID. They didn't feature her at all.
She was on the phone with her.
She talked to Crystal?
Sutton was on the phone with her on the way to the park, to the wine tasting.
And again, it was Sutton, the only one checking on her.
Yeah, Sutton was like,
that lady's a saint. That lady is a saint. Y'all can say what you want about Sutton. That's my girl.
Hey, please.
No, I love Sutton, but it is what it is, It doesn't make me any less of a slutton. I just am getting tired of
Y'all
seeing my
forgot
girl.
about Crystal even as they talked about her eating disorder. Damn. How y'all do that?
Yeah, it was cringe. Like they literally could not wait to bring up and talk about Crystal's eating disorder when she was not here. Like it was very. I don't know why I was surprised. I was just like, this is actually really kind of gross because this is genuinely somebody's like health. This is like a very like serious like health.
But the thing
matter.
is, it's Erika making it a conversation. The main person that just told her to eat a fucking chicken tender last week. I'm confused. Like
no, she said she couldn't eat a chicken tender. She wasn't allowed.
Like what? Why was that even like?
It was discussed.
They never talk about Crystal. They never talk about Crystal any kind of way. Why talk about this now?
That was disgusting. I did not like it. I was uncomfortable. And then, for Dorit to have that conversation and then for some of the ladies to try to expound on it, I just thought it was disgusting. The lady's not even there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just... And I think it's also disgusting because now we got to go through a half a season of looking at Crystal again. So great.
Jeez, please.
I mean,
could that be why she? I connect the dots. Is that why she's going off on Erika later on this season?
I would hope so. Because the way that they played her bad.
They played the fuck out of her. That was embarrassing.
That was horrible.
I hope she does go off on some. I hope she don't go. I hope she don't go off enough to where she gets another season. I want her to go off. I just want her to go off just to go off, but I don't want her to be. I don't want it to be too good to where it be like
withhold applause.
Right? So maybe she shouldn't go off.
Matter of fact, just take it, Crystal. You don't need it.
Good for you, girl. Good for you.
Just don't say nothing. Just right. We terrible too. So
y'all, not me.
In addition to the wine tasting, after Dorit, Dorit says that she has a man for Garcelle.
Do you think that wine was good? I'm sorry, we skipped that. Do you could you see their faces? I didn't think the wine was good. They were
because Garcelle really couldn't wait to spit it out.
She was like, "I'm fucked up." I was like, "Garcelle, you had half a glass." She's like, "Please give me some food." Like, I don't think that's good wine. God bless.
Like box wine.
Wait, Sasuke says that she didn't like Garcelle's outfit.
What I like.
Oh wait, I meant to ask y'all actually every day, every week. Did y'all like? Did you like her outfit? Oh, I know Sasuke does. Did you like her outfit? Do you think she was?
Garcelle, I thought Garcelle looked gorgeous the entire time.
I actually liked it.
Everybody damn gorgeous.
Right. Hi, baby, gorgeous. I liked it. I loved it. Her Balenciaga sweater dress was so cute. Thigh-high boots. Her Jacquemus Chiquito bag. Like, I just liked it.
Come on, Brand.
And you don't like nothing she wear, but the one time she put on this broad ass label.
It wasn't about it being a label. I like the symmetry. What is it?
Did you like her wig?
I like the silhouette. I like the silhouette.
There wasn't no silhouette. It was a big ass fucking coat.
It was like a box. It was shaped like a U-Haul box.
Love like that is like I love that. Like I love a thigh boot with a thigh out. You know what I mean? And then I liked what she gave. I liked it. The hair wasn't offensive.
I didn't like the zero boots either. Actually,
you know what? But guess what? It felt like to me she wasn't trying for once. And I think that style works better for her, in my opinion.
So you're mad that she tries?
The Sasuke says silhouette style.
Right.
At this point, you just reaching.
Damn it.
We trying though. And this is the most positive we've got from the show.
Right.
About Garcelle.
I like that symmetrical symmetry, symmetrization, and I like
silhouette.
Okay, so yeah, back to after that. So Dorit says she has a man for Garcelle. That is when Erika brings up her having sex again, and then Erika is drinking her wine, and Dorit is like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Trying to, I guess, be her accountability partner there. Didn't really buy it, but after the conversation, Garcelle was like, "Let me holler at you." She was just like, "About what?" She was like, "Girl, come over here and find out." And so they go over there and they talk, and this was confusing to me. And this is why I see kind of what you were saying last week, Chase, about the way that Garcelle is. Nah, you know what? This is why I don't get nobody a little. I said kind of.
No, go ahead.
You gave a whole turnaround.
I want to make sure I got it in my good ear.
Well, basically, I feel as though I don't understand why this conversation had to be had again. Why not just address it in the moment when she had it last week? You know what I'm saying? Like, not that you went home and sat on it and thought like, what did you mean by liability? She said it last week. Why not just ask then? So she asks Erika about it again, and Erika says that she feels like she has to clean up her mess. She brings up Denise, and I feel like she wanted to mention that as well because obviously Garcelle went to bat for Denise a lot. Is to Rinna, and so Erika brings up the comment about that Sutton made about, well, I don't have a gun to my head, and I'm just like, y'all still talking about this? Like,
it's 3 years later.
Like, this is
and
why,
she didn't lie.
And she didn't even have a gun in her head. The police report said so.
So they have the conversation, and while they're having this whole conversation, I'm just confused as to why Erika is so damn oblivious, because she even says, why don't you have my back like that? Like, you don't give me the same grades. And I'm just like,
she don't like you.
She don't like you like that. And then she says, she speaks to the situation last year, talking about how she did or did not believe her. And Garcelle was like, well, honestly, you tell the truth. I believe some of what you said. And I'm like, ooh. I'm glad that Garcelle's sticking to it. But throughout the whole conversation, I just kind of find it hard to believe that Erika is ungrateful. And I say ungrateful in the fact that she has 3 people that blindly support her drunk ass liability. Meanwhile, this one person, they're doing the same thing to her as one person is doing for Sutton. So I kind of odd on how they're all, she's so stuck on this. And honestly, where is it all coming from at such a weird time? But what were y'all thoughts on the conversation? If we move to the next one.
I mean, I know why Garcelle did it. Garcelle's not stupid. She was looking, which is exactly why in the middle of that conversation, she goes, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring on Sutton up in here. She was setting Erika up to have Sutton brought into the conversation. She's done that before. And Erika was the one that said, no, we're not going to do that. So then in the flashback, if you see, she anticipated Erika not wanting to do that. So she went and told Sutton, any the fuck way. Garcelle is not stupid. And yeah, it's producing, but it's one of those things where she already knows how these ladies are going to operate, and she's not going to give them any time to deny anything or to not bring something up. And she said it about herself. She goes, I'm not saying anything behind y'all's backs that I won't say to your face. And she's holding everybody to that same fucking standard. So if you want to try to come at me and say my friend's a liability, great. Let's have that discussion again right in front of her. And she set Erika up, and then Rinna ended up being the one that looked stupid at the end of it and not Erika.
Yeah.
Which it's a win either way.
Question.
You said
TKC's here?
Yeah, he come talking about where's Danny. We addressed that 45 minutes ago, my sweet baby.
Not Daniel. His name is Danny. Okay. It says Danny on the screen. Oh, damn Daniel.
TKC, ever since they beat you up in the comments that one night, you've been coming later and later. What's wrong, baby?
Child, they beat
we
you.
Still love you. Come on time. Oh, I'm the bad guy? I'm the bad guy.
I didn't want to have anything to say because I have allegedly been the one who allegedly
you have bullied him.
Led the hate train against him, and I don't have anything to say about those allegations. I'm glad to see you.
In case he said, I don't feel red or beat up.
Or roll your tape back.
I know everybody. No, but to this conversation, like, I just feel, I don't know what Erika wants from Garcelle. Other than, the only thing I think she really wants is for Garcelle to say, I believe you, girl. Everything you said last year, you were right. You were telling the truth. And that's not going to happen. So that's out. As far as Sutton, it's weird timing. All of these things she's bringing up, because she's going to bring up more. We're going to talk about that too. But she's bringing up so many things that's happening. She's trying to defend her case. But even in the situation where she talks about the I didn't have a gun to my head comment, she said that Garcelle was like, that was totally wrong. Like, I agree. And then I think even Kyra said, Garcelle didn't defend Sutton in that situation. So why even bring it up? Like, at least bring up some shit that she has been in support of Sutton for. Not shit that she didn't agree on. You know
Because it's all been justified.
Yeah,
she's not mad.
Sense.
Yeah, she's not mad that Garcelle is cleaning up Sutton's messes. She's mad that Garcelle is defending her friend when her friend has been right. Like, she would much rather let
Sutton defend her periods. They want Sutton to be out there and get beat up on every time and nobody help her. But
they tried to do that. They tried to do that the first 6 episodes and it did not happen. So they turned on.
Well, I also think that there's a lot of covert operations going on amongst the group. And the reason why I say that is because it's also loaded, because what they're trying to do is split these two ladies up. They're trying to get Garcelle isolated so they can attack Sutton and run her off like they do everybody else, as we mentioned earlier. And so one of the ways to get her to do that is because since they're going on this, well, did you agree with this? And right? They're going to later. So what she was trying to get her to do was trying to get Garcelle to take back and say, you know what, I do understand your point and how you felt last year and and I was wrong. So then when they got in that moment with Sutton later, when they were going to gangbang her later, they were going to say, and even last year, she didn't agree with how you handled things when you attacked me as Erika, when you attacked Erika, So they're really trying to load this deck, and I'm going to give them props because you know what? They are some of the most determined bitches on reality television.
Listen,
because they have gotten their ass kicked by the viewers. They got their ass kicked the first 6 episodes, and what did they do? They regrouped, they rebounded, and their plan is still on. And I think that's why we get Sutton now with the guard lore, because she thought she kicked their ass at the beginning of the season, and now it's mid-season, and they're coming back. And they're going back for their original plan, because if you remember the first couple of episodes, their plan was to split them up anyway. It's just that other things happened, and they were getting cleared left and right.
They didn't count them to realize that they ain't splitting up.
Well, yeah, they didn't count on Garcelle and Sutton actually being friends outside of the show and legitimately meeting each other's families and spending time together, because they're used to friendships that are only for Instagram posts or for Us Weekly or Radar Online. Like, there's an alliance. Sutton and Garcelle don't have an alliance. They legit enjoy each other. They like each other. They call each other on their shit. They laugh and they joke. So,
do y'all think that Erika really wants to be friends with Garcelle, or you think she just wants her?
She wants her on her team. She doesn't want to be friends with her. She wants her on her team.
When the Garcelle joined the show initially, yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, when
initially, yes.
I did think that they were going to be, because they did kind of hit it off a little bit. No,
really well in the beginning.
Yeah, they did.
Now, no. Now, no. Today, no.
Well, I think Erika does want to be her friend. Garcelle, that's sales. Garcelle's completely fine with
Erika. Just
she don't want to be her friend.
She want to enable her black sin child. That's why she want to be friends with Garcelle.
Don't you? Oh Lord Jesus! Between you and Kyra with that comment, don't y'all get me riled up. Last night I was blew a gasket.
Not you almost came to the screen.
Y'all know, you guys don't know out there in TV land, but I have a horrendous headache right now that we're pushing through. So please, Lord Jesus. Please.
Let me not, Chad.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
This is my life.
This is not a show.
This is my life.
Okay. So after this conversation, within seconds, I mean, Erika didn't even get a chance to sit down and cross her legs. And as soon as she sat down, Sutton brings up the whole liability comment. And I feel like it didn't catch Erika off guard. I just don't think she was expecting it so damn fast, because I wasn't expecting it that damn fast. It was so quick, but then it showed us a flashback of Garcelle talking to Sutton. I thought she would have already told her this. I didn't think she would have told her this there, but at that moment, I'm like, oh, like Jamie said, this makes so much sense. This is why she told her, so she can go ahead and talk to her.
Yeah.
And so, they talk about everything, and instead of them two having a conversation, Erika throws Sutton under the bus and brings up another situation where she felt like, I guess, Sutton was wrong, and she bring up the charity table ticket situation. And I'm just like, and it works. It actually works.
Oh,
man. got all the energy and heat off her, and it switched right on over to Sutton and Rinna. And I'm just like, they letting this girl win because she throwing out everything. If she didn't throw out that part, then if they didn't work, whatever stuck is what she was waiting on, and that's what stuck. And what I hate about this, I think someone said it in the comment. I think Callie said it. Rinna and Erica manipulated Garcelle into not sticking up for
saying
Sutton.
anything.
So go in. And in this moment, I do feel like Garcelle was like, damn, they just said I stand up to her too much. I'm not going to say nothing because I know damn well Garcelle wanted to say something in this whole exchange.
Yeah, because Garcelle
but like... Sutton didn't need it. Sutton held her own. Sutton sat right there and she was rolling her eyes and smirking and been like, no, girl, but 2 days ago, that's not what you said. You're lying. Yeah. Like you made yourself look like a fool. She didn't.
But it didn't work, Jamie. That's
she
the
didn't
point.
huff and puff. Why? Lisa Rinna looked like a fucking fool at the end of that. She looked like a fool. She literally sat up there with Sutton 2 days before. Lisa Rinna never feels red because she's a fucking sociopath.
So for those that, okay, I'll ask this. So.
I asked you.
I asked you. Who wanted Garcelle to speak up, and who felt like she did right? She didn't need. There was no need for her to speak up. And
no need for her.
No need. You say you think she should have. So I'm asking you, Chase. You said no need.
You know, I honestly do not know. I feel like she was damn if she do, damn if she don't. I don't know what the right thing was to do in this situation.
Because even if she stood up, they would have said, "See, this is what we're talking."
Spoke up, what would she have said? Because otherwise, she kind of would have been proving them right.
Right. Yeah. I think that somebody should have asked Erika. I would have been like, "Are you drunk?"
Yeah.
The only thing that here's how I feel. So for those that haven't watched the actual scene, Sutton and Rinna go back and forth. They talk about again the conversation that they had earlier in regards to the charity tickets for the table. And honestly, so sad to say, I kind of side with Rinna in this moment. And because I feel like what she was saying was that she don't give a damn what Sutton did, but Sutton acting like she just did it for nothing was what was frustrating. Because she even said in the confessional, she said that why can't she just say I was doing it to stand up for my friend? You know what I'm saying? But Sutton, has she actually said those words?
Yeah.
Wait,
no?
Did she? I
don't feel like she said.
We all know why she did it.
Yeah, we all know why she did it.
Andy brought up the sauce. Andy brought up the sauce. He brought up Garcelle and the apology, and that's why Sutton said it. It's clear as day why she said it. Lisa Rinna, that's not the reason Lisa Rinna was sad.
The other ladies that said it, and she hasn't confirmed nor denied that's why.
Because she doesn't need to. Yeah. Like Lisa Rinna, that's not the reason she's upset at. Because during that whole argument, Lisa Rinna went from, "Oh, you didn't embarrass me. You embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed Harry, the charity, and me." Wait,
now I want to be clear. I don't agree with Rinna overall, but with that specific part. On like, okay, girl, because sometimes I've said this before, I enjoy Sutton, but Sutton, like we talked about earlier, she plays this little oblivious Southern girl role that just sometimes she act like she don't know what she be doing, and you can't not know what you be doing all the damn time. Like,
but in that moment, Sutton would have also been damned if she did, damned if she don't, because she said, "You're right."
What I'm saying is,
you came after Garcelle. That's why I said it.
I need her to be damned if she did it.
Yeah, because that would have gagged me.
Have you never been friends with somebody or known somebody that just acts like they don't know what the hell that's annoying. Like that's a form of gaslighting. It really is.
The thing is, though, this fight is the easiest kill for Sutton.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's not talk about why I did what I did. Let's talk about how this whole thing started, because that has not been discussed at all on the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I agree. Yeah.
Said something.
But
are we going to own that?
Sutton has the material, girl. Just tag somebody in. Well, no, stop tagging.
The real issue. I wouldn't have anything to say in reply if you didn't have anything to say first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She said when she said on Watch What's Happening Live, she knew why she did it. It was shade. She, what she is putting out is that, oh, girl, I was throwing shade on the show. You know what I'm saying? I love you, though. But, girl, you was throwing shade because she was coming for your friend about the damn sauce and the thank you.
You're a hypocrite.
Something. Like, just say it.
I don't understand. Is this stuff getting edited? I'm sorry, Jamie, because this is really bothering me. is this getting edited out? Because they look like dumb, not
dumb. You can say it.
No.
What they look like?
You listening?
It dumb bitches. Not blink twice if it's dumb bitches. Look, I still think Sutton ate her up. It may not have been loud, and it may not have been.
You know what? Why I think she ate her up was because she was saying words that triggered her. Like when she said, "You talk out the side of both. You talk out both sides of your mouth."
That enraged her.
It made her mad. Where she was like, "Get the fuck out of my house, baby. You have won. I'm sorry." Because
absolutely, if I kick you out of my house, you have got me.
And you don't leave.
I have nothing.
And so personally,
she sat there and said,
"Do y'all think that Rinna was acting or fake?
Acting.
I think she was
like Sutton said.
I think she started off pissed, but then she kind of went into her little Days of Our Lives spiel. I'm like, okay, girl.
Sutton ate her up with that. Lisa Rinna don't know how to turn off the soap opera actress.
Yeah, it became very soap.
That was a read. Nothing with Rinna is 100% genuine. I think she's not mad that she doesn't care about the ticket. She doesn't care about that. Sutton embarrassed her in front of the country, and people believed Sutton more than her. The receipts were there. She is mortified that she is not a housewife favorite anymore. All of that is compounded, and that is why she is mad. Sutton embarrassed the living fuck out of her.
Damn tickets for the table. That's why
Lisa Rinna is used to coming out the winner, regardless of how bad she looks. She ran off Kim. She ran off Lisa Vanderpump. She ran off Denise. No matter how bad she looks, Lisa is always the one left standing.
She's going to switch it up, though, soon, you guys.
She ain't going to be the one standing after this.
It's coming. She's coming for old Kathy. I guess she realized that Sutton, those legs may look frail, but they're built tough, strong, tough.
tough.
The bitch is not moving.
Well, she is, you know, I don't know. She just basically goes on this spiel. She says that, you know, fuck you.
I will cut you down.
And you come after me, but don't come after my husband or my kids. And I'm just like, okay, girl.
Huh? I was like, wait.
It was so like,
it's so random. That girl, nobody gives a fuck about either of them.
Nobody cares.
They're not a topic of conversation.
I don't even know.
Your daughters are boring. Those are two of the most boring girls I've ever met in my entire life. And your husband barely likes you. So you're happy. Be happy that he was there to blow some leaves and make a salad or two for these bitches. Because he could be in Canada with the other family. So let's not do that. Allegedly.
Oh.
I hate Lisa Rinna. Ooh.
Who you hate more, Lisa Rinna or Kyle? Choose one.
At least Kyle is a good mother. I will give that to Kyle. Lisa Rinna uses her daughter.
Jesus Christ.
I hate Lisa Rinna.
Okay. Well, yeah. So that's how the episode ended. You know, she admitted she was drunk. She couldn't say the word humiliate. At that moment, I do think she was a little tipsy drunk. She kept trying to say it. Garcelle was like, oh. She could not say humiliate.
Oh, you know, Garcelle, drink counter.
Let's stop that. We're not.
Lord.
Chase. No.
That's gonna be me it's gonna be me on the lane retreat. I'm like, damn, Chase, how many drinks is that? Shit.
Like, thank you.
But yeah, overall, the episode was a bit mid. Sorry, I mean, it gave us something to talk about towards the end, but I mean, yeah, it's still the real boring bitches of Beverly Hills.
And honestly, the four other bitches are bringing down the show. It's very hard to believe that they were once the it girl.
Every episode, somebody has COVID, and I think they are showing people who is needed and who is not.
Yeah,
and because some people are
get rid of somebody.
Well, it's too many. Like just looking at the promo, there is like 9 women on it. Was it 9, 8, 9? Well, it's
13.
So many
13.
It's too many. It's more of them than it is on the lane, I think. No, it's more.
I think it's time for some ladies to be put on pause. I think Dorit will be great on season 4 of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. I think Crystal should go check on her health and do what's best for her in that regard. I think that Diana can burn in hell. I think that Lisa Rinna. can go, figure something out. It's time. It's time for some heads to roll, baby. It's time.
Now Diana says she going over back to Haiti because she got to get back because she said she gives to the black people. That was
she said. She says, Garcelle, your people need me.
Garcelle,
she can come to Atlanta if she want to. Nah, I stay about that. I don't give a damn.
Okay. So, we have a few callers, of course. And make sure y'all like this video and many of other videos that we have.
I am. Ooh.
What?
You dizzy, girl?
Headache. Do you need to lean out early, Chase?
No, I'm a trooper, bitch.
Oh. All right. Well, our first caller is going to be Kyra. Hey, Miss Kyra.
Hello.
For us today.
I'm gonna get Chase's blood pressure up because I also find it very strange how they are saying that the black woman is cleaning up the white woman's mess. You could have just been like, you're standing up for her too much. I just find it very weird that, like, at least Garcelle says Kyle's jumping in. Why is Garcelle the one cleaning up mess? Let me know. I'm sorry, I just caught it. I'm sorry, Chase, but Kyle is jumping in. Other people are flip-floppers, but Garcelle is cleaning up mess.
Open your minds, my brothers and sisters out there in television.
So that part annoys me. Dorit is a fake, and I don't really care about her because also I didn't clarify this. This is also a storyline because people, you're forgetting. He got this DUI situation 3 weeks before the press found out. They're only talking about it on the show because it came out in the press.
King and Kyra Scott King.
It's eating up my minutes. It's eating up my minutes with the laughter. Jesus. Okay.
AT&T.
I don't. For me personally, it also. I know they do this, but I was just like watching some clips of like the reunion beforehand, and also I forgot how nasty Kyle used to be, like upfront nasty. But they were really upset about the way they were portrayed with Denise, and so I find it interesting now that it seems like they're doing the same thing again, and it's not working. And as Jay says, they're so determined to do this, and it makes no sense. Says Rinna, at the end of the day, people dug up the taxes for at least the last 5 years, and you have not given a dime to that charity, and you've been going. That's the end of the road. So I don't know why you keep bringing up this topic because at the end of the day, you did not pay.
She's trying to convince Hope.
She's trying to convince Hope. So it's also confusing in the sense of like, as I said again, like Erica's doing this whole liability thing with Garcelle. Like, we can't be your friends because of Sutton. And my thing is, I'm fine with watching Sutton become more of herself, become more sure of herself throughout the seasons. This is her second season as a full-time housewife and her third season in total on the show. I'd rather see someone have a natural progression than me seeing them one season and then the next season I feel like they're being a character. Mm-hmm. You're a character of yourself, but I want to see it happen naturally and not feel like you're forcing it. So I'm fine with her learning her lessons. And as Jayne said, I feel like Sutton knows who Rinna is. Okay, you're doing all these pleasantries. Yeah, you are saying some mean things, but I know this is who you are. And she did say it. Now that we have an audience, Rinna, now you want to act all big, bad, and tough and scream and all this kind of stuff. This is a performance for you because you were perfectly fine with me at that lunch we had beforehand. But now it's an issue because Erika's put that battery in her back. Also, Erika does not like sex. I'm over her talking about this. The woman with her and this dominatrix and all this other stuff. Also, Erika is the same woman who said that Black people were the only people who believed her. Did we forget that? So I feel like, yes, she was up in Garcelle because she thought Garcelle would be her good Judy. And then once this whole Tom situation happened, Garcelle didn't believe her. And I think it's uncomfortable for Erika to be around Garcelle, knowing Garcelle does not believe her. And the fact that you're now trying to test my friendship with someone else on the basis that I'm not giving you grace because I don't believe that you had nothing to do with your husband being a terrible lawyer and stealing people's money the same way that happened to my sister. Now it's an issue to be a friend with. Like, really? I shared with you that this happened to my sister. And after all of this has happened, it has come out that Tom did do this. This man has been disbarred. His license has been revoked. And you're coming to me saying you didn't have any grace for me last year. I did have grace for you. I asked you questions and you lied to my face. That's what happened. I asked you questions, Sutton asked you questions and nothing made sense. And I watched everyone else around you have questions, but they couldn't say it to your face, and you were perfectly fine being friends with them, even after you watched them dog you out behind your back. So I don't want to hear anything from Erika about the fact that Garcelle's not soft with her now. Which is why do I need to be extra soft with you and your friends are not even that soft with you? Your friends are laughing with their husbands about how your husband is, the head injury in the foot, but I need to be soft with you. Bitch, I'm just getting to know you. And you're lying. And this is why you're on racketeering charges. And hopefully the feds catch up with it. Thank you. Those are my thoughts.
Well, thank you for calling, okay, Kyra.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, Kyra.
Bye, Kyra Scott King. Chase, you losing your buddy.
All
right.
I'm never losing my buddy. I love Kyra.
Is going to be. Let's see who it's gonna be.
My kid.
It's gonna be A. What's going on?
Hey.
Hi, Cartoons. Hi, Chase. Hi, Jamie. Okay, I just wanted to say this. Like, I was kind of like, I think this episode was kind of filler for me. Like, it was kind of like, I feel like these past couple
the last last two or three have been filler. Since we did the little versus thing, it's been filler.
But I also feel like it's giving us little hints about what's going to come, like soon, and like where the alliances and everything will kind of fit. Because I always felt like Dorit has always been the person in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't really like, I don't feel like she's in the middle. Like, she has her own brain. So like, yes, she's like with the Fofa, whatever they are. And then, but she's still friends with Garcelle and Sutton, and she still has good interaction with them. So she's always been like the middle person for me. And I don't think the scene was fake, because I feel like Dorit and Garcelle always had good scenes together previous to their Dorit yelling at Garcelle and all Garcelle, yeah. But like I always felt like they had good scenes. They always had great chemistry. So I feel like it wasn't fake. Maybe like, but I do feel like it was it was a little bit more tension in there since last season. They haven't had like a real like interaction one-on-one. So that's what I was kind of feeling. And I liked the banter, and I loved when Dorit kind of had to face Erika, like, why did you stop me talking about Garcelle's date? Like she gave the face, like, Erika, why are you talking about your sex life? We're talking about Garcelle here. I want to see the person that Dorit finds cute for Garcelle, because compared to her husband, like, I want to see what she finds cute.
Y'all are so rude.
Regular thing, wasn't he? Hey,
PK.
Like,
maybe got money.
Exactly, maybe.
We know what makes Jayne.
But you know what though? Sometimes people who have like ugly husbands, they set their friend up with the type of man they would fuck if they wasn't with them.
Oh, I want that for Garcelle.
Look.
So is that what you do, Chase?
Ooh.
I will not confirm nor deny.
what kind of hair is that?
Yucky.
It's Nene.
Yucky.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. Like, I really liked Garcelle Ghost producing. Like, I feel like she kind of prepared for every angle. Like, she kind of prepared, like, she, as you said, Jamie, like, before she even talked to Erika, she knew, like, possibly that she was gonna say no. So she already said it. And basically when they sat down, and Erika was like, oh shit, did I just say, like, Garcelle not to talk about this, and now starting talking about it?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
so you know what? Hey, I want to see. First of all, Antonio said the hair that Chase got on from Dr. Heaven in the store.
No, what about that itch?
But I want to see.
It was the one Contessa wore.
I want to see her produce a scene that is not related to Erika or Sutton. I want to see her move into other people's mess.
I think she kind of produced a scene with Crystal.
Like somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see what she says and what she does when Kyle, Rinna, Kathy have their issues and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see, because she does set scenes up well, but I just want to see her other material. I'll say that.
I think she did set up the whole Sutton and Crystal issue. I guess it did relate to Sutton, but like, she literally brought Crystal in that room, and then she was like, bam, like, I was thinking about this, like she did last time. Like, I was thinking, like, she's always thinking Like it's like always a reflective, like, oh, like sis, like say something now. Like, why are you thinking later? I guess
Yeah.
she kind of like wants to be in the perfect moment, like to say it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
it's and I mean she's been in TV forever. Like she knows what makes it. The thing with Garcelle is she does it a little more organically than Kyle or Rinna or something. Like she doesn't always come for these big ass like out of the blue moments. She really does play the long game and set it up to like, okay, this is the scene. How are y'all going to do that? That's why Garcelle's had a career as long as she has, and Kyle's show got canceled after one season. Like there's when you're talented and you do it, you're the girl, you're the doll.
Did she get a full season run, or was it canceled mid-season?
It was canceled after 3 episodes because her family is not that interesting.
Mm.
Except Kim Richards.
But I want
if
to
you're
say
watching.
But I wanted to say that, yeah, Garcelle did pose for Playboy, and so did Lisa Rinna.
Sorry.
Was that running wine you just had?
Baby, Lisa Rinna looked like rocks. Just rocks up there on her clavicles. Oh, it must have been
No,
like
hey.
bad. It was a bad boob. She got a real bad boob job.
Hey,
Okay,
please continue.
You let our last call on, okay? Because see, Jamie out here body shaming, and I ain't got time.
It's not her body. She paid for it. She got a refund. That ain't her body.
And I was laughing when Sutton called her the Grinch. I was like, she does. Like, if
you think she looks like the Grinch? You think she act like the Grinch, or both?
Both. And then when she was talking about her lips, and I was like, whoa, like at least you know, like at least you're self-aware.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. This episode was kind of like not Erika.
I hope it picks up. I'm sorry. It's getting hard to watch.
You know what, you guys? I'm going to be honest with you. Social media is going to be ablaze by the end of the season with the whole Kathy Hilton thing. But I honestly think that it's not going to give what it's supposed to give. And I think that we're in for a letdown for the rest of the season. That's my prediction. I don't know about you, A.
Yeah, like why is Lisa Rinna like the person who just wrote this entire thing on Instagram going to judge Kathy Hilton? Like that doesn't make sense to me. Like it's not connecting. So it's like two people who are not a lot of people who are not self-aware judging somebody else who's not self-aware. Like that's not okay. And I felt like Lisa Rinna is going to act her butt off. Soap opera queen coming soon. Emmy.
I hate it.
Oh, God. I hate it. All right, A. Well, thank you.
I don't want it either.
I hate it.
A. Y'all know I get that from, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't explain it.
Oh, are you for real?
Joking. No.
Oh.
Okay. Our last caller is going to be our lovable Lisa.
Oh,
what's going on with that?
Hey, darling. How y'all doing tonight?
You have to sit up. So I got some treat for you. We're doing good. How you doing today?
Let me say something. I'm like you, Cortez. Now, I don't believe Erika having all this sick like she said she is, honey. Now she want to be a damn. Now she want to be a Dalmatian, whatever you call this shit. She want to be like Christian Grey and Anastasia with the whips and the chains and stuff. Child, ain't nobody got time for that, baby doll. You get them and they send your ass to jail, okay? About this lawsuit, okay? Then you have time for that, okay? And she was funny tonight, girl. I'm like, yeah, I promise you, baby, she ain't sit down too many. Sudden start getting in that ass, girl. I promise you, Erika did a bounce out. She said, zoom, right over to Lisa. Like, oh, I mean, she did a 200, she did 80. You like, over there. She bounced it off her. And I'm like, God,
this done real quick, and I was like, damn, they ain't gonna let this stick in it. It's stuck.
But you know, but I can definitely say how much I don't like Sutton. Baby, she was shading the shit out of Lisa tonight. In that fake confessional, baby, I was like, oh my goodness, I was there for it tonight. I mean. But baby, honey, and she kept sitting there. Now I'm telling you something. Somebody tell me get the fuck out of there. I'm get out my son get the girl sitting there like, who you talking to? You ain't telling me get out your house. But you tell me get the F. I mean, you tell me to leave your home, and you said in a nice way I'm getting up and leave. Baby, she told her get the F up. And Sutton kept right there, kept sitting right there. Baby, I can definitely say, honey, she was on her game tonight. But I am starting to see, I'm kind of see what Garcelle. That's something about Garcelle. I want to woo for my sister. I do. I want to woo for her. I want to woo for her, but sometimes, like, and Erica was making some points. Erica was making some points like she a liability because she come after people and she don't own up to it. You do stuff.
About
You
Sutton.
mad. You mad because God said, or you mad because somebody came after God said. Okay, that's why you do it. And one thing I did agree with Lisa Rinna tonight is don't come for my husband, don't come for my kids. You come for them, she said I will cut you down, and I believe she will. I ain't playing because I'm like that too. You come for my child, baby, I will cut you down to the fat meat of your head. So I understand, but I understand what she was saying. I understand it, but it really didn't have nothing to do with Harry. I'm not even understanding what the deal was with the tickets, with the cherry thing. I'm still confused over it. Did she
Well,
get the
Sutton is
ticket?
saying
Buy the
that
tickets?
she bought tickets for her and she didn't say thank you for the charity table because the whole argument was that Garcelle didn't say thank you for the sauce last year
Mm-hmm.
from Perry. So she said, "Well, I bought these tickets for her for this charity event, and she didn't say thank you to me." So that's all she was saying. And
Oh man, get the hell out of here.
Rinna is denying that she even bought tickets for her for the table. That's what she's denying. That's what it's about.
Okay. Because that was lost about it. I said, why they still talking about these damn tickets for? This shit been over and done with. Ain't move on to something else? But baby, they kept going back and forth, honey. Tonight, honey, I had to give it to Sutton, honey. Sutton kept sitting there, get the fuck out of my house. And Sutton kept sitting there like, bitch, I ain't going nowhere. You gonna
Put
pull me
me
out.
out.
I'm gonna
Put
drag
me
you
out
up.
your
Put
house.
me out.
I think
Put me out your house.
Rinna just said that, but I don't. One, it was personally, I would have just left too, because I'm not gonna sit there and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get my thing and say I've been kicked out of battle. And
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. If somebody tell you to leave out the house, baby dog, you gotta leave out the house because baby dog, somebody.
you know what, son could have said, "Well, I didn't tell you to get the fuck up from my table."
See,
Oh,
gagged her.
oh. That's what I would have said. But that's dictated.
That's good.
Okay, my turn. I would have said, good, because I heard it had rats anyway, bitch, and got up and left.
Baby, what you would have said? What you would have said, baby?
Y'all is so wrong. You so wrong.
I would have said, you need to be telling Harry that and not me. It's all right. That
Mm-hmm.
didn't work. All right, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go ahead and go.
But nah, she gonna tell her husband to get out. Her husband want to bring it in the
Yeah,
night.
all right. You know what? You got there's Sutton and then there's Jayne. They're the same
Yeah.
person.
So I mean, so child, but I love it. I mean, I was just for the rest of it. I was not here for. I'm sad to hear about Crystal still doing her eating thing. I really am. I really am because
Oh no, I'm
I,
laughing at the comments. I'm sorry. Not I am sad about
Not
that.
you laughing at Crystal.
No, I'm not laughing at that.
yeah, I mean,
Dang, I was
I'm
still
still,
laughing at stuff.
I'm
Oh
still, I'm still kind of, I'm still kind of, kind of upset that she's still dealing with that because that stuff is hard. Don't tell, because like I said, I know how it feels. I do know how it feels. You throwing up and try everything kind of lose the weight and I think it's an image thing for her. I really do. I believe it's an image thing for her, and my heart just go out to her. I just hope she just get the help she need. It's not people say she need to get over it. That's not something you get over. It's not something you get over. And believe me, a person who used to want to belong, and want to be. And one time I was a follower of people, but I'm not a follower no more because I learned how I got on my own brain. I know who I am as time go as I got older.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not scared to say who I am now, but now my heart just go out to her. My heart just really go out to her. Yeah, sometimes Southern do. She play that Southern white woman stupid role. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Shit.
Girl, get the hell up out. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
She plays that role, and even as a person that loves Sutton, she does. And I could understand where it can get annoying and old. That's just
Yeah, because she just sometimes, like I said, sometimes she tonight, baby, she got me, honey. I am here for it, baby. She put her ass right there, like I'm not leaving this goddamn. I'm not leaving your damn house. I'm like, oh shit, this bitch still sitting there. Like, you ain't talking to me. So tonight she won. Okay. Tonight she won. I love y'all. See y'all next week, okay?
All right. Good night. All right. So thank you to Lisa, A, and Kyra for calling in. It was a good show. It was always a good show over here. I don't know about the extra episodes. They'd be okay, but we always have a good time over here. I was not laughing at the Enos Oil. I was laughing at the comments. Okay.
It appeared that way to me.
Just so it to be very clear. And shout out to Isabel for another super chat today. I didn't put it on the screen because it went by so fast.
It really did.
Shout Isabel is keeping the lights on over here at the lean. So we gotta be. Oh, here it is, right here.
Do something
Damn.
for Isabel.
Isabel said, "Love these recaps, though. I need more dragging, guys. Not me. She want us to. Isabel be want us to drag. I don't know what kind of dragging you want.
They haven't given us anything to drag, Isabel.
Yeah.
TKC, quick, call in and fight with Chase again.
We're not going to drag TKC. TKC is our problem child. Okay.
I love it for TKC.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching tonight. Of course, like I always say, and Antonio has said, like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We are almost at 2,000 subscribers. So hopefully we can get that by the end of this month. Just tell a friend, you know.
Tell a friend, share the link.
We appreciate y'all watching tonight, and we will see y'all next week for Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? Good night. How you get out of here? I forget.